Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your participation in this meeting in the UN Human Rights Council to listen to a brief account of the situation of Ahwazi people in Iran. Initially, the people of Al-Ahwaz were independent and free until the mid-1920s.
أستاذ عبدالرحمن إذا ممكن بالهدوء حتى يقدر يترجم الأصل.
Initially, the people of Al-Ahwaz were independent and free until the mid-1920s, when Reza Pahlavi, the leader of Persian army and the Prime Minister of Iran, invaded their territory and ruled out the self-determination of Arabs. Reza Khan declared himself as the king of Persia after the annexation of various ethnic regions such as Azerbaijan, Kurdistan, Baluchistan, Turkmen Sahara, and finally Al-Ahwaz. This marked a new era in the contemporary Iranian history when Persian-centric Iranian nationalism was followed to change the makeup of the country. Consequently, Persian language has become the soul of the Iranianness itself, that illustrate the rule of the chauvinism in Iran by undermining more than half of the population that lost their freedom. In addition, the king pursued social homogenization and control by violently crushing ethnic autonomies, Persianizing non-Persian nations, and marginalizing local elites. Similarly, the cultural repression of Ahwazis by Persian government was followed by the forced displacement, forced assimilation, and land confiscation. Nonetheless, the social engineering in Iran proved ineffective in the long term, and Ahwazi nation has demonstrated unrest and resistance to such approach, since the goal behind such policy was biased. In addition, the extreme levels of illiteracy, poverty, and unemployment has been the common discontents of Arabs, since their land contains one of the largest oil reserves on the planet that is exploited exclusively to build Persian provinces, depriving Ahwazis from their development. Above all, diverting water from Karun and Karkhe rivers in the Ahwaz to central part of the country is threatening the livelihoods of the farmers and the native environment and causing regular sandstorms and pollution for Arab population as a result of the drying Hur al-Azim and Hur al-Falahiyya marshlands. Moreover, the Iranian authority has placed restriction on the teaching and learning of Arabic language in public and private schools, including suppression of Arabic tongue in public places. Correspondingly, the use of traditional Arabic clothing has become prohibited, as well as the Arabic names of the region and its cities were replaced by Persian names. The violation of national and international laws, including the severe restriction on the enjoyment of civil, political, economic, social, and cultural rights of Ahwazi people in Iran can be examined within the scope of human rights abuses in the state concerned. The political, cultural, and religious activists belonging to Ahwazi people are subject to a wide-ranging persecution, abuse, and torture in comparison with Persian-speaking population, demonstrating that Arabs are the most persecuted people in Iran. Also, the vulnerability of Ahwazis to human rights violations is disproportionate as a result of the government's complete denial of linguistic, publication, and educational rights, including the extreme subjugation on the economic and political freedoms, as well as the mass imprisonment and systematic persecution of the people in question. In addition to the neglect to the international rules, the Iranian state violates its own national law, such as the equality before the law provided by Article 3, the right to education in mother tongue, under Article 15, and the equality of all citizens under Article 19 of Iran's Constitution. I would like to take the opportunity to urge the Human Rights Council and human rights treaty bodies and special rapporteurs and experts to consult with human rights, with Ahwazi non-governmental organizations, to have a clear picture of what is happening on the ground in Al-Ahwaz, and to contribute more to the Ahwazi cause in their forthcoming reports and statements. Ahwazi Organization for the Defense of Human Rights, 2nd July 2018. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much. شكرا للأخ عبد الرحمن حتى على هذه الكلمة.